Welcome back to Behavior Change Basics, an introduction to social marketing. We're continuing our journey through the 12-step plan to develop an effective social marketing program. We're currently on stage 2, defining parameters. And in this video, we're tackling step 4, specifying the target audience. And to do that, we're taking some cues from the pros in commercial marketing. In the world of commercial marketing, they use the STP process to identify target audiences. STP stands for segment, target, and position. Here's how it works. Segment. Break the population into smaller groups that are easier to reach and influence. Target. Choose the group most appropriate for your program. Position. Decide how you'll present your offering to that specific audience. Let's dive a little deeper into segmentation. There are several strategies you can use to segment an audience. Demographics. This one's straightforward. Grouping people by age, gender identity, income, education level, etc. Geographics. Grouping people based on where they live. With digital communication making the world smaller, this one's less crucial than it used to be, but still worth considering. Behavioral segmentation. This is about grouping people by behaviors, like how often they engage in an activity or their purchasing habits. Psychographics. This approach goes beyond demographics to understand people's inner motivations and worldview. There are several different ways you can use psychographics to group people. These include personality traits. These are consistent patterns of thinking, feeling, and behaving that influence how individuals respond to situations and messages. This includes traits like extroversion, introversion, openness to new experiences, and even characteristics such as narcissism or risk tolerance. Understanding personality traits helps tailor messaging to resonate more effectively, such as crafting persuasive appeals that align with an audience's natural tendencies. Values. Deeply held principles that influence decisions and behavior, such as environmentalism, community involvement, or personal achievement. Attitudes. Specific feelings or opinions about particular topics, products, or experiences. For example, positive attitudes towards technology or skepticism towards marketing claims. Beliefs. Perceptions or convictions about the world or oneself, like believing in healthy living or the importance of social justice. Lifestyles. Patterns of living expressed through activities, interests, and opinions, such as being adventurous, family-oriented, or health-conscious. Psychographics provide a deeper understanding of why people behave the way they do, helping you craft messages that resonate emotionally and personally. Now, a quick tip. Don't rely too heavily on demographics. They're often less predictive of behavior than psychographics or behavioral data. In fact, research suggests that attitudes and past behaviors are better indicators of future actions. So, don't be afraid to mix and match segmentation strategies to find the best target audience. Once you've segmented the audience, it's time to select a target group. Here's where you need to be strategic. You can mix and match across the segmentation criteria to find the most appropriate group for your program. But remember, trying to reach everyone usually means you end up effectively reaching no one. Instead, focus on the most promising group or groups based on your criteria. And don't get carried away. It's far better to succeed with one group than to struggle and fall short with several. Choose a group that needs to change. If they don't, there's no point in a behavior change program. Is receptive to change, because behavior change is voluntary, you can't force it. Is reachable, no point targeting a group you can't contact effectively. Aligns with your organization's goals and mission. Is affordable to reach. Is large enough to make an impact, but not so large that your resources get spread too thin. Now, let's consider positioning. Positioning is how you frame your message to resonate with your audience. It is important to understand that there are usually several ways to position the same offering. The key is to select the one that will best resonate with your target audience. For example, encouraging people to eat more fruits and vegetables could be positioned as a way to avoid future health problems, to feel better and gain more energy, or to lose weight and look better. Each of these approaches appeals to different motivations. It's essential to think about which positioning will speak most effectively to your chosen target audience. But here's the catch: don't try to be everything to everyone. If you attempt to take all possible positions at once, you'll dilute your message and weaken your impact. Instead, pick one clear position that aligns with your audience's core values and motivations, and stick with it. Here are some common approaches to positioning. Highlighting unique benefits. Clearly articulate the specific advantages your program offers, addressing the needs and desires of your target audience. For instance, if promoting physical activity, emphasize immediate benefits like increased energy and improved mood, which are directly relevant to the audience's daily experiences. Addressing barriers. Acknowledge and mitigate perceived obstacles that may prevent the audience from adopting the desired behavior. This could involve simplifying complex processes, reducing costs, or providing support resources to make the behavior more accessible. Emotional appeal. Connect with the audience on an emotional level by aligning the behavior change with their core values and beliefs. Emotional resonance can enhance motivation and commitment to change. Differentiation. Clearly differentiate your program from other initiatives or existing habits by emphasizing what makes your approach unique and more beneficial. This distinction helps in capturing the audience's attention and interest. By thoughtfully integrating these elements, your positioning strategy can effectively resonate with the target audience, facilitating meaningful and sustained behavior change. Now let's turn back to the road crew case we've been following and look at how they approached segmenting, targeting, and positioning. Road crew aimed to reduce drunk driving in rural Wisconsin. They didn't just target everyone. Instead, they were very precise in their approach. First, they segmented their audience using both demographics and behaviors. Demographically, they looked at age, gender, and socioeconomic status. From these segments, they targeted young, single men aged 21 to 34 with blue-collar jobs. They also considered behavioral segmentation, focusing on those who like to party with friends on weekends. After identifying their target audience, they turned to positioning. There were several ways they could have positioned the program: as a way to stay safe, as the more responsible option, or as a way to add fun to the evening while avoiding hassles. They chose to position their program as a fun alternative to driving, aligning perfectly with the motivations of their target audience. By being this specific, they created a program that truly resonated with their audience. The takeaway? The more specific you are, the better your chances of success. Thanks for sticking with us through Step 4, identifying the target audience. Join us next time for Step 5, where we'll explore barriers and benefits. Until then, happy strategizing!